Hey, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. So on this video today, we are going to give you some analysis from the legendary trader John Bollinger, who was the creator of the famous indicator, the Bollinger Bands, which we use frequently on this channel. So his prediction is that he sees Bitcoin breaking out of this W pattern and bull flag that is forming on the daily and the weekly charts. So we are going to analyze this together. But first, guys, I want you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ding the bell to be notified so you can get updated on these cryptocurrency videos. So let's get right into it. So basically, legendary trader John Bollinger has shared his insights on the current Bitcoin price action. And so if you've been following the markets, you know that we've been in massive volatility, but in a good way. Bitcoin's volatility is a feature of the coin, and it's not a bug. I always like that. It's a great quote from Michael Saylor. And so with this volatility, we are in the perfect precipice of the market going into its major bull run, going into the election, into the next 6 months and 7 months of this run. When we look at the historical data, and we'll get into that, we'll show the charts, but first we want to see what the legend Bollinger is observing. He's observing this W pattern that's forming on the weekly chart and making it a bullish setup. So this is what we are actually seeing, but we saw a little bit more forming on the daily chart, and we've been seeing this W pattern forming on a lot of the altcoins as well, Solana being one of them. Solana actually broke really hard on its W pattern, and we've been seeing things like Sui in a W pattern and a lot of other altcoins that are really strong altcoins. But to get into why Bitcoin is forming this regression trend, and also forming out of this bull flag that's on the weekly, that we're going to show you another chart that shows the bull flag. This shows you that Bitcoin has broken its regression trend and is doing this W pattern here. And you can see here that it just looks like a really, really nice pattern. You can see it here. We'll put it back. And you got the W regression trend. And you can see if we go in tight, we are sitting in these ranges right now for 62,000, breaking that 62.7 and going back up to 65,000. So once we break the $65,000 level, then guys, I'm telling you, the next stop for Bitcoin is at 70K. We're going to be over 70K because that is at the top of the regression trend where we've had that breakdown from the last resistance of 70K. So when you look historically at Bitcoin monthly returns and also the quarterly returns on a halving year, the last quarter four on a halving year has historically been green. So if you look at 2017, we have 215%. Then on 2020, we had 168%. And then on 2024, we are, I think, going to see in quarter four a massive upswing, just like we've seen in the previous halving years. Now measuring the previous halving years, we always go into this banana zone after the halving, but it takes a little bit. Basically, the peak of the markets end up happening about 500 and average of 520 days after the halving. So this is where we see those peak prices, and this is why we think we are going to end up seeing some prices like this. So we go to this chart, you go to the daily, and this is the date of where we went after that halving in 2020. This is what we ended up doing. We ended up going into the banana zone. We went into the banana zone, and this was where we just went absolutely bananas. And so with that, you take this, and I love to just do, your basic kindergarten drawing moon math, and you bring this right here, and this is where I think we are going to be headed. And this is actually the exact price of what Michael Saylor thinks Bitcoin is going to be in. He's even as bullish to say that Bitcoin could go to $300,000 before the end of the year. Now, I'm speculating that we top out at about $340,000 per Bitcoin in quarter 2025, and that is when also the altcoins are going to be going absolutely parabolic. Now, this is very easy metrics and very easy time frame to track because this is just history basically repeating itself a little bit. Not exactly, but I think it's going to have a bit of a rhyme. And then if you look at the daily of this bull flag, and also you can say that this is a bull flag and also a massive cup and handle pattern that is forming as well, that the breakout for that on the short term is to between $90,000 and $100,000 per Bitcoin. So with that being said, guys, I hope you're ready for this volatility because we are coming into a very pinnacle time for Bitcoin. This is the time when a lot of people end up quitting. They end up getting too impatient and they get shaken out. But really, this is the point where you have to start getting more serious. You have to start getting more conviction in your plays and also understanding that Bitcoin ultimately will be the money. So the more that you start to DCA and understand these networks and understand Bitcoin, you will be able to hedge yourself against the inflation of the US dollar or whatever fiat currency that you're in around the world, because it's not just a United States problem. This is a world problem. This is a world fiat liquidity problem. So why do you think all of these billionaires and trillionaires and these nation states are acquiring Bitcoin like they cannot get enough of it? So you have to think as the 90% or the 98% of the people that are below that ultimate echelon of wealth that's in the highest of the wealth being held at the 2% level. We need to start thinking in those terms. So the more that you get your head wrapped around this, you will be successful. This is a really, really bullish chart right now, guys. So I want you to just pay attention. Don't get too impatient and just have a little bit longer time frame of going into this bull run. All right, so guys, so I just want to remind you that how bullish this chart is. This chart, if you're looking at this chart right now, do you realize that we have two major indicators of price about to break out from this cup and handle pattern and this bull flag? It is just textbook what is happening for Bitcoin right now. So I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you are going to learn from the mistakes of the last bull market. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from the last bull market. So we have to implement and learn from those mistakes, take them as lessons, and use it as experience so then we can come out of this bull market triumphant. I've been saying that recently, where I want us to be triumphant. I don't want us to win. Winning is like getting like a 10 or like a 2, 3, 4, 5x. I want us to get like 20x to 50x to 100x gains potential. And all it takes is for us to have patience. We have to have patience. And so seeing this chart, I hope this gets you bullish. I hope seeing the analysis of John Bollinger himself, seeing that W pattern, you seeing the W patterns playing out as well, and you guys are trading on this volatility. And so if you want to trade and you want to make some moves on Bitcoin and Ethereum or any of the altcoins, make sure you guys are using the links down in the description below. All of those links that I have are things that I personally like to use. And so if I use it, you'll know it's good, because I really am big on user interface, the support, the tech support, debit card functionality and network functionality, being able to send in and out of the exchange very easily with no complications. So if you know I have those links in my description, then it is something that is awesome to use. So, and it also helps directly support the channel, and all of the efforts of that really just means a lot to me, and it helps keeps the light on. This light, there's this one light right here keeps the light on in Dano Crypto's dojo. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video, and make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribing, and dinging the bell to be notified when I make cryptocurrency videos. And remember that we do go live Monday through Friday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we want to make sure that you guys are coming into those live streams and making yourselves known and chatting with the community, and we will ascend this bull market together. All right, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Peace.